Okay, this one should be a relatively short video. We don't have a lot to talk about. First of all, at the top here, you should put your name. That way I know whose it is. This is a packet we're going to do over a few days, so we're not going to do all of it today. This first page, rules of divisibility. A number is divisible by another number if the quotient is a whole number and the remainder is 0. These rules are for the numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. The rules for 7 and 8 are very complicated. It's just easier to divide. Remember, a number may be divisible by more than one number, so be sure to check all the rules when trying to determine what number will divide into another. So over here you have the numbers, so the number, the rule, and an example. You can skip down further. The number, what the rule is, and an example. So I'm not going to read this page to you because you guys are 8th graders and you can read on your own. So find the page that looks like this. This is the one that you're going to need to worry about for today. So practice using rules of divisibility. For each number, tell whether or not each of the following are factors. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. In other words, tell which are evenly divisible by each number. Write none if none of these numbers are factors. You may refer to the divisibility chart if necessary. So we have that page stapled on top of here, so it should be easy for you guys to flip back and forth. So on this, we need to figure out if this number is divisible by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, or 10, and any and all of them that work. So the first number we have is 132. So I'm going to go through the list. Does 2 go into there? Well, this tells me the rule is a whole number is divisible by 2 if its last digit has 2 as a factor. Or we could also say if it's an even number, which means if it ends in 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. I would write that in and add it on yours. If it ends in 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, or it's an even number, it will be divisible by 2. Over here, it ends in a 2, so 2 is one of my factors. I'm going to put a comma. I'm assuming there's probably going to be more. Maybe that's our only one, but right now I'm going to put a comma. Okay, so the next thing we need to figure out is 3. A whole number is divisible by 3 if the sum of its digits is divisible by 3. That means if you add up all the numbers, if it's a number divisible by 3, then that number is divisible by 3. So I'm going to add 1 plus 3 plus 2. So 1 plus 3 would be 4. 4 plus 2 more would be 6. 6 is a number that's divisible by 3, which means this number is a number that's divisible by 3. So the next one is 4. My rule for 4 says a whole number is divisible by 4 if the last 2 digits form a number that's divisible by 4, or if the last 2 digits are 0. So like 24 is divisible by 4, or 0, 0. So this one, my last 2 digits are 32. Is 32 divisible by 4? Yes. 4 will go into there 8 times. We don't have to know that, we just have to know that 4 will go into there. I'm going to keep putting a comma. So the next one it says up here is 5. A whole number is divisible by 5 if its last digit is 0 or 5. Does this one end in 0 or 5? No, it's not divisible by 5. We can go on to the next 6's. A whole number is divisible by 6 if it is divisible by both 2 and 3. Did we already put 2 and 3 on our list? Yes. If 2 and 3 are on your list, you can automatically put 6. You don't have to do any extra checks. 9 is divisible by 9 if the sum of its digits is divisible by 9. So again, same thing, same rule as 3. We're going to add them up and see if it's divisible by that. So we know when we added it up all together, we got a 6. Is 6, it is divisible by 3, but is 6 divisible by 9? No. 9 will not go into 6. So 9 is not one of our factors. And for tens, last digit has to be 0. We clearly don't have that here. Our last digit is 2. So that's it. And I could, if we want to, we can erase our comma after that because there's not going to be another number. So I may not flip back over to this divisibility chart, but I've got it right here close by. So on number 2, does 2 go into this number? If it ends in a 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, it's an even number, 2 will go into it. 3, I'm going to add them all up. 1 plus 5 is 6, plus 0 is still 6. So 3 is going to go into there. 4, look at the last 2 digits. Does 4 go into 50? I hope you are thinking to yourself, no, because 4 does not go into 50 with a remainder of 0. So 4 is not 1. I have 5 is my next one. It ends in a 0 or a 5, so I get to include 5. If I already have a 2 and a 3, I know I automatically get to choose 6. Then 9, when we add them up, we get 6. 9 won't go into 6. Can't use 9. It does end in a 0, so it is divisible by 10. Please list your numbers in order. If you want, you could go through and check all of them. Does 2 go into this? Does 2 go into this? Does 2 go into this? Does 2? Then go through and do 3s, then 4s, then 5s, whatever. It's your choice. But please list them in order. So even though you see a 2 and a 3 and you know that 6 comes next, don't put it next because we need to figure out if it has a 4 or a 5 first. And that's it. Thanks.